Greetings and welcome to a brand new episode of something we haven't done on this channel before. Well, I mean, for a while. But welcome to a Between the Blocks episode. It's just going to be me this time around because I kind of just thought, oh, I might as well just record this in the spur of the moment, so I haven't had time to find another host to help me with, so it's just me. And you know who I am. I am Crisp the Gardener, and today we are going to be taking a behind-the-scenes look at an event that's going to happen at the end of the year, the 15th anniversary of WesterosCraft. So this server's been going on for, well, quite a while. Some of you might remember our 10th anniversary and how there were some games. I don't know if anyone watching was around for that, maybe some of the builders, but we are, it's been 5 years since then. We are celebrating our 15th anniversary, and we're also getting a lot of exciting stuff, and I just got too excited. I just want to show all of you how we are going to celebrate and how you all can participate. So here we are. This is actually one of many events that are going to happen during the celebrations. So we kind of organized it. I might as well just start by going to that board in the back. That's where I wrote down all of the ideas to kind of just write it down and let everyone just like see and raise awareness of it and just hype up the events. So I, as the unofficial WesterosCraft master of tournaments and games, which is added to my long list of titles on the server, I've kind of just been making some events that we can use for the 15th anniversary celebrations. And this one, we separated into each region we have into different weeks. So let's see this sign here. Check out the other events we are hosting on our 15th anniversary. Everyone is invited. I want to get some more community engagement, so that means guests will be able to participate in these activities. I just need to make sure that all of this is set up by the time we are ready. So if these events are organized over or spread out across different weeks. So we have a Crownlands themed week where we're going to have a mock battle of the Red Grass Field, a clue game in the Red Keep, and a GeoGuessr. This GeoGuessr game, which we're going to play around the Crownlands. Not quite sure what that is at the bottom. Like some builders have wanted me to add some more events, but I just want to keep it at 3 events per week, so that way I can actually finish building all of this. Dorn, we got camel racing, sandcastle building, and PvP. For the far north and beyond the wall, we have an ice boat race. That one's going to be pretty interesting. Survival and defend the wall. Iron Islands week, we're going to have a mock Ironborn raid, a fishing contest, and a boat racing contest around our new Iron Islands, which we will be getting soon. Reach week, which is what this is for. I mean, you can kind of see Reach Day. We got the tourney, that's this one, and another clue game, but this time at Highgarden, and a race through Highgarden's hedge maze, which honestly I feel like I have the best advantage. I pretty much memorized Highgarden inside and out. Riverlands week, captured the flag between, or some kind of game between the Blackwoods and the Brackens, an archery course, and a Crossroads Inn brawl. Stormlands week, musical chairs, a boar hunt, Rainwood Spleef, and I guess Jeff really wanted to find the herbs in the Rainwood. We'll have to see how that goes. For the north, we got snowman building, Winterfell Sardines, which is kind of just like a backwards hide and seek game, and a Battle of the Bastards mock battle. For the Vale, we got a race to the Eyrie, an Eyrie room building contest. With that one, you can pretty much build any room your heart desires. That's Eyrie themed. And an Elytra contest, where we're just going to jump out the moon door with Elytras. That's going to be interesting. And finally, the Westerlands week, where we have a mining competition, a scavenger hunt in Castamere, and regular hide and seek in Casterly Rock, before we eventually get a new rock, and the old one will be thrown into our repository. So those are all of the events that I've kind of just brainstormed with some of the builders on the server that we're going to have throughout the course of, I think this is 10 weeks? Yes, this is 10 weeks. But let's take a look around the in-progress Reach Day tourney. So that's this. The board's on the other side of the arena, kind of just before the Dragon Pit Spleef Arena. Let's go back to the front. So the idea behind this is that we previously had an event called Reach Day, where it was basically, well, a tourney, but I was told that that was the most popular event and only builders were able to participate. And, well, that just sounds boring. So we're going to have an even bigger tourney for the tournament for Reach Week, which you can see the progress at WC Tourney. And once you warp there, this is the tent that you would spawn in. You'll kind of see I have a message board here, and you can really explore all of the arena in its entirety. Just don't find the stuff floating in the background. That's actually one of my test plots for larger builds. We don't talk about that right now. But yeah, I've been getting builders to just build tents based on what they want. So it just was a coincidence that A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms was released, so you have a lot of references to the show, especially the Baratheon side of things. So Jeff Baratheon, the Brave Storm. Jeff really loves the Stormlands and crashing the server. So he chose he chose to decorate his tent in the colors of House Baratheon. And he also kind of annexed this. He didn't make our way over. He annexed this larger tent specifically for parties. And if you've all seen, if you're caught up with the show, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, you can kind of recognize, you can really recognize what this tent is supposed to be. I'm not going to spoil anything. Let's just go back this way and just go around. Let's take a look at each tent. Got the Walrus Knight of White Harbor. This one, Oh, this is Walrus. Okay. Yeah, I at this point, so I've gotten so many people to build tents, I've almost forgot whose tent is who. This is Viserys II's. Pool's closed. That's his tent. Sir Hastings about his Merryweathers, JMC's. Got Sir Wombat of House Burrow. I actually do like this one, even though there's someone who's applying to become a builder who probably wouldn't like the Blackfire banners that are plastered all over his tent. This one is Joseph's tent, still a work in progress, as you can see. And I think this is Toby's tent, because this is House Sweet, and Toby loves House Sweet. A lot of these larger tents are mostly for builders, so the guest tents, I've kind of built them in a different part of the arena. We'll get to that eventually. This one is for Star, one of our mods. You can see his name right there. And, well, this is one of the tents that kind of concerns me a bit, because it seems like a lot of the builders on our server like wine. They really love wine to a point there they'll actually drink a lot of it. And I'm not just talking about in-game. Yeah, so this is Luro's tent, the Knight of the Vines. I think this one is, yeah, Russian 618s. I don't think these ones are claimed. And then this is Jeff's party tent, as we saw earlier. These, this is actually the normal tent side of the arena. Once we go to the other side, the tents get even more strange and honestly very interesting. So let's go over here. We got the armory tent where guests who want to participate in the tourney can just grab armor and weapons from this tent. I still need to figure out how to distribute it so that way we have enough for everyone. We got Sir Rex the Pious, Knight of the Kingsguard, and Lord of Ferris's tent on the other side. Oh, this is going to be... I'm just realizing now that since I'm also the herald of this tourney, announcing the names would be very interesting. A lot of these... I don't think a lot of these tents have been claimed. Got Sir No More Fun, Knight of Dire Den, and Eros T of House Aaron. And we have Batel's Stannis tent right here. And Oro. Yes. Sir Ouroboros of New Zealand. Did he finish his tent? I think? No, it doesn't look like it. I think he's just... it's not a... I think he might be... He was still working on it. Over here, these tents... we have a Sept tent that we're going to move here. You'll see where it is in a bit. We got the stables here, and, well, I'll talk about this tent later as we go around. So here we have the stables for for the horses that we're going to use for the tourney. Go through here. We got Sir Pot the Stoned Man. A lot of people say that Pot's tent is actually the best tent here. And honestly, I'm inclined to agree. Actually, no, there are a couple more interesting tents that I can think of. We'll get to those. Got Sir Earl. That's actually pretty good use of the S. I was actually wondering why that was there. Sir Earl of the Nose and Garlic, the Toasted. Like I said, these names are going to be very interesting to announce during the tourney. Sir Gareth Silvermark, I think this one's LK's. Let's see. Marcus Marge, the Drunk Tower. This one is... Yeah, you can kind of see it, like, before we go in, you can kind of see why I'm a bit concerned about our obsession with wine on the server. Like, this is probably the third tent I've seen that has at least a couple kegs stacked in front. We got the table here, his armor, and a bed chamber. And like I said, these aren't like houses. Well, some people actually roleplay on the server, claiming that they belong to a certain house. Like, for example, I say that I am a descendant of House Gardner. We do a lot of that on the server. But other people, they also do the same thing. Some people even combine some of the banners. Like here we have a Faith banner and a Brax banner. And honestly, I like this. This one is Maywin's, Maywin of the Rainbows. This one is Jamie Berkeley, Knight of the Vale of Berkeley. A recent Proby. That's his 10. And we have, of course, you guessed it, Queen Marjorie's tent of modesty and humbleness. This is quite the modest tent. Honestly, it's one of my favorite tents in this whole thing, even though I was the one who built this for her. Well, she did modify some of it, but I only built this tent to be, like, I built this tent to be a lot smaller. She expanded it. Yeah, there's just a lot of kind of inside jokes around the server. So here we have no touching the dresses. So every single one of these is a dress from Marjorie's dress vault, which you've probably seen in the High Garden video. We actually have a pretty hilarious backstory behind it, and it's that Marge has a lot of dresses. Oh, there's Marge right now. What's this? These are offerings here. That's totally not ominous. Yeah, so this, I built the tent, she expanded it. What's this? Queen Marjorie, the humble and modest. This is a running gag on the server. So we got a painting area, ball game, an outdoor dance area. You can see flute, some drums, harp. We've got a theater going on over here. Let's wait to go over to that side. Yeah, this is a very humble and modest tent. If we go back in, we have the Tyrell lounge, specifically for her and her sleeping quarters. So here is her bed, and over here is her prep area, where she dresses. She puts on the dresses. I won't say how many dresses she goes through, but let's just say it's a lot. She changes every 5 minutes, so you'll probably see her coming and going from this tent all day. Got the main audience chamber, which was expanded yesterday. There's a reason why it was expanded. You'll see the banquet hall, and this is kind of just the area for her ladies in waiting. She has 8 of them, and I forgot, was this the library, the study? I think it was just a library. And out here we have the kitchens for the Tyrell entourage. Really nice. Yeah, this is a really well stocked area for cooking. But yes, very modest and humble. Let's continue on our tour. If I can just get out of here without bumping into any more fences, I would greatly appreciate it. So here we are out of the very humble and modest tent. Some of Marge's entourage include Sir Salazar and Flores. He's not on the server right now, but I set aside a tent specifically for him. So Flores, if you are watching, I will decorate this, or I can wait until you can decorate this. We got Luke's tent. Welcome to Tumbleton. Oh dear. Someone left the stove on. Well, it's a good thing this tourney is insured. Now this over here is the Sept tent, which is going to be moved to the other side of the arena. So I built a small Sept. I also have a Weirwood, and I have a Lord of Light shrine somewhere. We'll get around to it. But yeah, apparently some people on the server want an even bigger Sept tent, and that's this. Yeah, I have no idea why we actually do this. This one over here is Contra's. I think he's still working on his. This one over here, I still have to finish building it, but this one is Ina's tent, or Enna's tent, we are, he wanted a one that was based off the Cloth of Gold pavilion of King Henry VIII, which was basically a miniature palace. And because this was in the early stages before I put all the other tents, I was like, sure, I'll put one here, and I still have to finish it. I got a bit distracted, so hopefully when the Sept tent moves, I'll even be able to put the Fountain of Wine front. We don't really talk about that tent over there. Enter at your own risk, I will say. Here we have Seven's tent, Lord Seven, the Marquess of Hampshire and Earl of Bristol. Very fancy tent for an Earl. Got some more unclaimed tents over here, still waiting for some builders to claim them. I think I mentioned that the guest tents are elsewhere. And we're back at the sign. So since we're here, we might as well just take a quick look. Actually, I don't know why I'm walking. This is it's gonna take forever. But over here we have the Spleef Arena. It's kind of modeled after the Dragon Pit from House of the Dragon. I thought it was pretty cool. Although in hindsight, I probably should have made a model of Ashford Castle instead of a Spleef Arena, but oh well, I already built this, and I don't feel like moving it, so yeah, so let's just continue flying around. I don't know why I was walking, but I guess it's just an old habit from WesterosCraft walks. So beside the Dragon Pit, you can kind of see this is the parts where it's unfinished. I'm still working on it, but here I plan to put more tents for guests, to kind of just make it feel like just an encampment of small folk or even hedge knights are over here. I'm still trying to figure out how this tourney is going to work, because if I have guests who also want to participate, yeah, I still need to figure out how we determine who faces who. Got Steely Pate's blacksmith shop right here with an outdoor forge. Anyone read the books or watched the show, you'll know who Steely Pate is. We got Fern's tent over here. I forgot why I reserved this tent. I think it was for the Brackens? Or no. It might be. Or, You know, I don't know why I reserved that. But the reason why I put the Bracken tent here is because we have a Blackwood tent, Prince Ever of Ravenswood Hall, the Weirwood Archer. This one's a pretty cool tent. Wouldn't be surprised if Ever was taking lessons from Bloodraven. Oh, I remember why I have this tent here, because we do have a builder named, or someone who's applying to become a builder called Lord Bloodraven. I just placed this. I just reserved a tent next to the Blackwood and the Bracken tent, so when he does become an apprentice, he can actually decorate it. Over here we got Princess Amica of Dorne. Very humble tent, especially for a Dornish princess. And coincidentally, since Ina actually had his pavilion based off Henry VIII's pavilion in the Cloth of Gold, we actually have Ark, who based his pavilion on off of Francis I's tent from the same field of the Cloth of Gold. So this is his tent, and he even made a small tea area. I still don't know why I am walking. It's really a bad habit that I just walk everywhere. I can fly in this video. But yeah, he has a tea area here, Ye Old British Tea Time Tent. That's a reference to a specific room in the High Tower that I'll let some of you decide. Here we got... what is this? Is this a fishing rod? Wait. Rare Veil Base. 1,000 per pound, pay or go. Uther. What is Uther doing with? Is he fishing in a puddle? You know, I sometimes the things you see on this server, they are both interesting and they perplex me so badly. Let's see what else we have here. The high tower tent. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Germ decided that the high towers have a tent like this, where it's an actual multi-story tent. I wouldn't be surprised if he made this canon for the high towers, but this is for the High Tower Insurance Company, run by Ark. I'll let you all explore that. We have a puppet show that I kind of just took from the town at Highgarden, and we have that Lord of Light shrine that I mentioned. And as we kind of just wrap around, we have the archery ring, the kitchens to feed everyone in this huge tourney. We got Homie's Frey tent, which ironically mirrors the twins. If you remember the lore and the layout of how the twins look like, go check out the twins video I made quite recently. Glitch opted to have a Weirwood tree house. I originally made this Weirwood since people wanted to worship and accept, so I figured, oh, why not just make a Weirwood and the Lord of Light shrine? So this is Glitch's tent, the resident castle builder, and of course we have my tent, which, I mean, really only one of these things is where I reside. The rest are given up to office spaces to manage this whole tourney. So this is my tent. It's a very, it's similar to Marge's. The moment I finished building her tent, I was like, I need to make a bigger tent, and so I did. And then Marge just wanted to make an even bigger tent. So, yes, that's pretty much all the tents in this tourney so far. So it's still a work in progress. You can go take a look at Warp WC Tourney and just see how this is coming along. We have some more arenas off to the side. So this one is for the Red Grass Field and the Weeping Ridge there. This one, I think this is the one for the Blackwood and the Bracken competition. This one is the Ironborn Raid, and the others, I still had to build them, or at least start building them, but I've kind of just been a bit distracted. We have the sound update, the 1.21 update coming up, and we also have the I've also been working on some custom armor, because if this is going to be an epic tourney, we might as well have armor to match. And since this won't happen until the end of the year, I think I have time. But yeah, this is what we are working on for our 15th anniversary celebrations, and I'm just starting to raise awareness so you all can kind of just like see what's going on and get hyped for having something other than exploration and building on the server. So it actually does feel like a Westerosi tourney, but I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching this impromptu video. I just really wanted to show this off and kind of just get you all excited as to what's going to come this year. Aside from more WesteroScraft Walks videos, speaking of which, the Grafton Castle will be dropping this Friday, so be on the lookout for that one. Yeah, really excited for this tourney, and I hope that you all will be here when we finally have it, and hopefully win some glory in the 15th anniversary tourney. Yeah, it's going to be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I am Chris the Gardener, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.